Welcome back. Like a couple of its regional counterparts, the South Dakota football team is set to wrap up its spring season tonight with what they are calling their spring exhibition. That label is new this year, and while it certainly fits the event, Coyotes head coach Bob Nielsen reminds us all that this will still be a valuable night for his program.
We talk about spring being a tremendous opportunity for evaluation and throwing them into as much of a game-like situation that we can, which is what Friday night will be, is another opportunity for evaluation and a little bit more pressure type of situation.
Regardless of what happens tonight, Nielsen has liked what he's seen out of his Coyotes this spring. He believes their efforts over the past month have set a very positive tone for the next phase of their offseason.
Looking back on it, you know, we definitely have improved in areas that we knew we needed to improve. We've still got a ways to go. I think we've established, a type of work ethic and understanding that our guys need to know where we need to get to, and that's really what summer's all about.
That game is coming up shortly at the top of the hour live right here on Midco SN, so do not change the channel. Speaking of Coyote football, USD Athletic Director David Herbster announced yesterday that Coach Nielsen inked a contract extension through the 2020-2021 academic year. Nielsen completed his second season with the team this past fall, leading the Coyotes to 8 wins, a top 5 national ranking, and their first trip to the FCS playoffs. Coach Nielsen is a 2-time national champion and will be entering his 26th season as a collegiate head football coach in 2018. His career record is 198, 92-1, and those 198 wins rank 20th amongst active head coaches regardless of division. Amongst active FCS coaches, he has the 5th most victories and the 4th best win percentage at .682. The Coyotes were picked to finish 7th in the Missouri Valley last year, but ended up winning their first 6 games of the 2017 season en route to an 8-5 record. USD climbed as high as number 4 in the FCS national rankings following wins against the FBS's Bowling Green and 3 wins against top 25 programs. South Dakota spent 7 consecutive weeks inside the top 10, received an at-large bid to the FCS playoffs for the first time in school history, and defeated Nichols State in Louisiana in the first round to mark the program's first FCS playoff win. Nielsen's team averaged 38 points per game behind the play of quarterback Chris Strevler, named FCS Offensive Player of the Year and the runner-up for the prestigious Walter Payton Award. South Dakota also averaged 523 yards per game, which ranked as the 2nd best offense in the nation. And in 2 seasons under Bob Nielsen, the Coyotes have averaged 34 points per game. So needless to say, the entire USD community is extremely glad to keep Bob and his staff in Vermilion. And congratulations to Coach Nielsen. All of this talk about spring football has really got us thinking about the regular season. So we called up Matt Zimmer of the Argus Leader, who covers Missouri Valley football, and got his thoughts on how all this spring ball will translate into the actual field this fall.
NDSU's clear number 1. I mean, because they're not losing a whole lot from last year, and even when they do, I mean, they're just so loaded all the time that they just kind of reload rather than rebuild. But I still think people that are kind of writing off the Jacks or the Coyotes, I still think they're both going to be, especially SDSU, I still think they're going to be a playoff team, both offensive and defensive line, because I think that's really what has separated them from North Dakota State the last couple of years. I mean, I know they beat them each of the last 2 years, but you know, NDSU's as dominant as they are year in and year out because of how good they are up front. And the Jacks, the reason they've closed the gap a little bit in the last couple of years is because they've got better up front. You know, I'm a little less certain on USD depending on how the quarterback thing plays out, but they're not going to, stink or fall back to the bottom of the league or anything like that, if that's what people think. I think it'll kind of be the usual suspects just because it kind of always is. I think Illinois State will be pretty good. Youngstown, who knows? And just when you think they're awesome, they lose to somebody they shouldn't to. And just when you think that, they're not very good, they, beat somebody really good.
Missouri Valley Football Conference play starts September 29th, and that is 162 days away, in case you were wondering. We here at Midco SN absolutely cannot wait. Next on the show, a little head-to-head overtime with Jandy and me. Stay right here.